today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol building, there's a look at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Tennessee Titans. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 79 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Elway. He's got his man, Gates. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And, Charles, for this defense, they're a confident bunch. Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach a game like this when they're taking on a team that's lost 4 straight?
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game. And he was almost boasting that he didn't see anything to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that can be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that, and they're looking for anything to galvanize them.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. This is Bettis on the draw. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
But that call makes sense, because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted number 1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 carries, 106 yards.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well. Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Murray's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run on first down. Done. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Murray now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll try and run for it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play, and even better execution.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
On 2nd down, it's done. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, done. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
They've got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a give running left. It's Bettis. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage? No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Whale throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Hands it off out of the gun, and he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now Elway. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's taken on the 25. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's had one of those games at The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25.
They are not ready.
Touchdown. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And that's some good, hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They fake the give. Now Elway. Going up top. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A run right side, it's Bettis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives exactly what you want on offense. But they have to be...
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Packers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And the route is on here in this first half. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Gates with the grab. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Elway to throw. That one complete to Bettis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Elway to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin out in Houston, and it's the Colts who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Odell Beckham, a touchdown reception. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Cam Newton has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And it's the visiting Washington football team who have the lead in that one. Ian Book, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. In the game you're watching, it was the former #1 overall selection, Kyler Murray, who put on an absolute...
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. 78 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 77 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Out of the gun, Elway. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, Elway. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray is going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And bulldozing his way through.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Titan football. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, Elway.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Elway. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. That winds winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gates has it over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Murray got his man complete over the middle. That's done. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, Murray. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 16 on the season. And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. The point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Elway. Pressure, and down he goes. Calais Campbell in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Now it's Elway. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Allen Robinson Robinson with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Titans are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On first down, it's done. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Murray now on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off near the 26. It looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Elway.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Elway to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
47 to Mike, boys, 47. Check, 47.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Elway. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run on first down. Done. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's done. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Murray.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down now. It's done. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Complete to Newsom. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a 1st down.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
First, they'll throw with Elway. Incomplete.
Hey, what's good, bro? Pop myself in the eye, man. I'm about to hop on 2K next, dog. I'm about to be live. We lit. Struggling in 2K. I'll do it. Still with it. I'll do it. Come on, get there. Come on, man, get there. I'm playing around with it, bro. Boy, CJ been going in, boy. Ah, good play. What you gonna do? Kick a field goal? You ain't scoring, bro. I ain't scoring, dog. Nah. And at the Ricky, boy. Let's go. dog. Go hard or go home. Ah, you supposed to catch them. Bye, coach. Hey man, I'm just not listening to this Ty Dolla $ign album, dog. I'm rocking with it. You might need another song for the ladies, bro. They're making paper right now.
Another new one in my collection. Nothing but bad bitches up in my section. Nothing but princess cousin brigade.
I ain't shit known not to do that. Alright, I handle all that.